I mean, you're looking at this, right? You're like a team that hasn't had a lot of shots at international competition, a team that just lost their star in Tri moving on over. We didn't have any expectations, and I think the desk has repeated that a few different times, and well, they have thrilled. Even losing in the VP match, that was on Mirage, 16-14, so close against a top-ranked team. This team has impressed us at every turn, and I'm really hoping they can do it again. My brain says Movistar should have this, but my heart would love to see some more spice from 9Z.
You know, Valentine's Day coming up, you got to put your heart in the right place.
Gotta go with the heart.
And seeing a good upset, you always like to see it, but a squad like Movistar never to be let down. We hop into things here. Map number 1 on Mirage, the choice of 9Z, and a defensive-sided start for that squad. Early setup for the side of 9Z over towards this A site. They look to go quickly on this, execute deaths and Sunpayas, both towards the back lines. The upper rips the first head, finding a shot off the USP. Now support's coming in, but not in time to save Sun. He'll go down at the hands of Lukem. But now deaths in this backline will just look to continue the contention. No utility left in the tank for 9Z, so they have to get aggressive. Fight this back to even odds, and Movistar Riders, they realize that. Falling away, contesting this space, Alex. He's in a bit of a risk here and stuck between two players, but Rox will take the opportunity. He'll backstab. It's been spotted. He still finds a kill, and now this position is crucial. He cannot get any more, so it's Luken alone. 1v3 bomb will come down. That's at the very least. No, he cancels it. Opportunity may have just been missed. But Movistar Riders, they're not giving these frags away. They're waiting. They're going to force him to put that bomb down, or at least force him to make the attempt before they dive in. Now, he's trying to isolate the duel, but it's just peeking up and down. And it's Alex. Finds the head, shuts it down. Well controlled from the Riders.
I think we saw Luken do that the other day as well, where instead of just taking what he's given and getting the bomb plant down, getting the money for the future, he tries to go for it all, tries to risk that gamble.
Sure.
And this time, sometimes you just gotta realize you're in a 1v3 in a pistol round. Let's get that bomb money. Let's get that bomb money going here. Let's get something working for the future. The thing for 9Z is they had that brilliant position in towards the window with Rox, right? And they spent way too much time waiting for that to develop, and by the time it happens, there's no bodies left to really capitalize on it. So a flank only works if they're worried about the front, and Movistar weren't at that particular juncture. Nice start for the Movistar Riders. They controlled that all the way, and without the ball money being down, we're going to get Glocks out here.
We'll have to see how much the Glocks can find, as they're just trying to feel out any aggression. Movistar Riders are getting aggressive, but it's not where it's being held for. Instead, out towards mid, Sunpayas will play close, and M4 at range can support him.
I'm surprised they're running spread on this, right? You've got Glocks, no utility. Why are you spreading around the map? Good luck getting these picks, taking these aim fights, and Movistar's going to realize the situation, press forward to the fights, and win every single one. They give themselves no opportunity to really capitalize with the numbers on the Glocks. They gave no chance to rush something down and try and force a bomb plant, try and take some space. That's I mean, it's a throwaway round, but at least throw it away with some hope it's going to hit something.
I wonder if they're trying to like feel out, see if there's going to be some aggression somewhere from Movistar, but it's an anti-eco. You're not going to really be able to tell something against a consistent setup. And the thing about this map for Movistar is it's a map that they have consistently been, to be honest, fairly rough on it. And interestingly enough, odds not necessarily showing that. Movistar Riders, people still have a lot of faith in this squad.
It's that name brand recognition, right? Where you've seen this team compete in EU for a long time, seen them come up against some really tough competition.
I mean, that's why you'd predict for him. Sunpayas, when he's got that op in his hands, especially this early, can be so powerful.
And he's a guy who was a little bit more quiet for them so far in their run here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been DGT popping off.
It really has.
And when you get both of that duo online, both Sun and DGT hitting, this is a scary beast.
DGT on the other side. Yeah. A little bit of an interesting duel we'll get today.
Yeah.
But Sunpayas, absolutely, if he comes online, if you don't need everybody else stepping up, because they were fine yesterday with him a bit quieter, but normally you expect him to be that star. So.
Excuse me, that was Deaths I was thinking of, the other D name in the server. Both of them, admittedly, have been doing very well. DGT especially in the series they're winning. It was him being the front man for that, but back into this round here. It's 9Z already with some mid-control. They might be looking to take this one over towards A. No split, and you see there's already a player in Deaths holding up top the balcony, so he'll soon know that it's just from the connector where this one is heading. Fading past the smoke they come. Still a contact for 9Z, but utility being thrown, and Alex on the spray. He realizes what's going on, but how many players are they ready for? Deaths down below. Sprays for one. The even trades are good, because now Sun, as the smokes begin to fade, finds himself in a great position, and Alex even better. Through the smoke, he'll find one. Sun as well. AWP in hand, and Luken has to find some heroics. He's doing it, but Mopaz on the shutdown, so now it's just David. Cutting it down to a 1 versus 1, but the rotation is underway. Notice where the CT is heading. Mopaz taking the long way.
Bomb will go down just in the nick of time. 10 seconds to spare here. Mopaz with the reposition. I don't know that David will have predicted this, but he's ready for the possibility, and there's the shot. 4 kills for the man. Davi D coming on top over Davi G. The D and the G.
There it is.
Making it happen.
Lots of similar names
Then we have
in the serve for these
DGT.
guys. Yeah.
Some confusion.
Honestly, good way to get this started. I mean, Sun got
Phenomenal.
one pretty much completely free there for the Movistar Riders, deal that damage. But then there wasn't too much containment on the mid control. Spray away from the smoke back towards jungle, but your man down below the balcony, completely isolated. And in Sun falling, that's where things start to get really dangerous. Still though, plenty of money left up. No op for Sun, but everyone else has got their rifles.
That's one of those moments where you just hate that you have a FAMAS in hand. If he has an M4, I feel like he takes both.
There.
Yeah.
I mean, he was ready. He was trained on the angle. It just didn't do it quite enough damage.
They've got him again, though. Limited buy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of weaponry to work with here. The limited rifles, the CZ out. There are problems
Same is true
here.
for the other side, though. They did recover the op up for Lucan, but a couple lesser arms shouldn't be as much of an issue on that T side, though.
Yeah, you're not worried. We'll see. This round, big swing.
Indeed. Mopaz out towards mid was trying to get something funky done, but it's actually Alex to be punished. He was playing very far back and is taken on down. Now Max will look to claim some space off of that. Mopaz as well, still up above on the off angle. Where's this one going to finish? Split out towards A. Death's damage. He should just have to concede this one. Can maybe try and get one playing around his smoke, but any further risk taken here gets tough. If Deaths dies, this one likely just has to cut down to that save. And the molly, that'll confirm that he has to back away. Not even given the chance. He burns. Now with 2 rifles left alive, you probably just want to keep this if you're the Riders.
You should do. Your money's in the trash. Your money's in the toilet. You've got no advantage to get back in towards the site. There's really nothing going your way. You haven't done a lick of damage to them. Bail out. Give yourselves another day to fight. Now, for Sunpeus, it's not exactly ideal to sit on the CZ.
The hunt.
But it's at least something. Rox wants to make some money. Why not send him forward with that SMG? See if he can't grind up some cash and take another rifle out of their hands. And Mopaz is in a bit of a tricky spot. If Rox looks over the lip, ooh, not aware of it, not ready for it, and the trade's not there either. So Mopaz, 2 extra kills to his name, will be able to slip through this round, presumably, if he doesn't get too greedy there, and he won't. And we're having a tied scoreline here.
Oh, no.
2-2.
Feels bad for Sun. Almost able to grab that Khalil, but...
This is an interesting timeout here, coming here from 9Z.
I'm wondering if it's just trying to talk about the greed in the end there, or if it's playing out, they're pushing this one.
This is an interesting juncture to take it, right? Early on, the momentum's in your favor. You've won a couple of rounds. Now, this is a potential anti-eco. I know we were talking to Alan earlier. He was talking about, you know, some teams will just take these pauses right before rounds they really can't afford to lose, even if they should be gimmies, just to make sure no one gets a little bit overzealous on it. Maybe that's the logic here from 9Z, because obviously if you stumbled at this juncture, you let them right back in. You let them right off the hook. But if you convert here pretty cleanly, you've got the rifles up, you've got everything you could possibly want. Now you get the chance to just sort of make your T-side work for many rounds to come.
I mean, I've never wanted to complain about proactive coaching, and coaches getting in the conversation.
You do like a pause.
I do. I'm an average pause enjoyer. I spend too much time in NA. It's like, when I actually get it to see them use, it feels good, feels excellent. This round, though.
Average pause enjoyer.
Average pause enjoyer.
I don't think Twitch chat are average pause enjoyers.
Really?
I never seem to like it when the action stops.
I understand it, but this one's fast. Just a nice normal A execute here, and pretty much everyone's stuck behind utility. Movistar likely just stack this one on up, see if they can deal any damage with the pistols. If they get a chance to go in, maybe, but likely the goal just to deal some damage, hold on to the rifles into the next if the possibility arises. Yeah,
let the pistols do some silly, but your guns are valuable. I mean, Mopaz is even down to 800, right? So the investment isn't going to be exactly flawless.
He has a kit, head armor too. I mean, it's a nice little investment plan.
Smoke, 5-on-5. You could tell there's the hesitance, but the smoke's going to go in, so they are going to put something behind it. But with players going back to clear mid, now they're losing the time on it. They do have a kit, but do you really want to risk it? The answer is no. Movistar have no interest in this round. They didn't get an easy gimme kill to lure them, to tempt them on in. There were no free samples at the door, and so they're not going to make any purchases. They're out.
No samples given, no rounds taken. Sun will stay alive, he had the armor, but 2 players stuck into the save will just maintain. And now we get the reinvestment. Op able to be picked on up for Mr. Sun.
There we go. Big green. He was shooting with it earlier. Didn't get too much of a window to have it, though. Now we'll see if he can heat back up with the scope in hand. 9Z, nice start, really. I mean, the flawless round there. Confidence is flowing, and again, we talked about how tenacious this team is. The desk has talked about how tenacious this team is. If they can start off without having to make a wild comeback and stick in it, all the better.
Yeah, boost up in mid there. See the AWP trying to contest early, but fight's not really being given. On that side of the map is David down below. We'll look to find some space in mid, but there's a walk-up going on. Lots of space cleared here for the Movistar Riders, but if they're not careful, this retreat could be pinched from that underpass T, or just from the op holding. They won't push further yet.
They're expecting this aggression.
Yeah.
I mean, looking super focused on it. They've now whittled off 40 seconds on the clock just watching for this. Let's see if he gets delivered. No, they're going to come in. This setup is decent. They're going to be out there. They've got to hit their shots, but they're ready for it. And the flashbang's good. Clears out both DGT and Max, making this work. Now they've got mid. They've not lost a body, and the pressure is on for the Movistar Riders.
And now you see the reply coming. David G needs information. He'll push forward. Rocks. Second he throws that flash on in, he'll reveal. David G, he's make or break in this round if he can find Rocks, and he should be able to clear it, but finds it, takes it cleanly, and now he gets even more space for his squad, can push forward, can realize that, hey, they may have the site, but they don't have too much more space beyond that.
Here's the problem with the player and connector for 9Z. You don't have any free rotations, and Movistar aren't going to do it.
They don't even want it.
They're not going to go in. They want to keep the money alive, which it won't be, but you'll have the weapons. You'll have the guns. Sure. They're going to bail out.
That they will. I mean, a great way to get things started for 9Z. They read into that mid-aggression. One flash. I love just the jump peek back on in. There was no real chance for that setup for Movistar to get anything done. And earlier on, the player that was in that underpass position that could have come to aid had already fallen back, had gotten a little wary of the timing. And, well, that same man in David G is able to re-clear through the apartments. It's not enough. You have an op 3 versus 4. Not a fight worth taking.
They'll make the buy work. They'll get themselves around with max rifles and all the nades in the world, but you got to empty the piggy bank for this one. You got to smash that poor porcelain pig. Loss bonus is built up at this point, though, for the Movistar Riders.
That makes it feel so sad. You're getting your money out of a piggy bank. You don't have to personify it that far.
That's what happens. That's the whole point of a piggy bank, is you got to wait to break it, right?
Oh, boy.
I think they make them with compartments now.
Really?
Yeah, they realized maybe making the kid rebuy the piggy bank really cut into the savings. You had to set the money aside for the new piggy bank.
You really looked into this one.
Through the
research, the economics, all the investment made there, and well, investment for both these sides. Save permits it.
I like the 9Z are sitting back on their haunches early on in these, because I think they recognize that at this particular juncture, the pressure's really on Movistar, right? So see if they're going to make a move, see if they're going to give you some aggression in towards mid, something in terms of the setup, and then bring your plan to fruition. And again, it's going to be a heavy focus mid for Movistar, but there's only one player to check it, and he's going to get one. One, and Donnie is fine there. You know there's a second player in. They're going in fast. They're going to chase this down.
Yeah. Here they go. David G needs to fight. He falls. Lugan's flash is a little bit better in that one, but Mopaz has a gap. The Molly licks at his feet, but it cuts to a 3v3 in the ops here. Timing somehow. Misses out on that shot. Bomb still yet to come down, and Lucan on the reply. Now it's Mopaz who needs something and can't quite get it. Death's down as well. It's been DGT throughout this whole event, but in this game, David's stepping up. 2 crucial frags in that round.
David's doing nice, but I also just want to say, they're playing so well as a team right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The check-in towards mid, immediately reacting off of that information as well, then going in fast. Every piece is hitting right now. 9Z are looking like a much more well-oiled machine here on Mirage. Now, admittedly, as we've set it up, this is a lousy map for Movistar.
Sure.
So don't panic yet if you're a Movistar fan, even if Mirage looks like a disaster. It has been a disaster.
Maybe look a little scared, because this 9Z team, like, their coordination is looking really impressive. Like, this is a step up from, like, even watching back to when they were playing locally back in South America. Like, this squad is looking better. They seem fueled up at this boot camp, getting to play across the world pretty much, and performing thus far.
And again, this is immediately coming off of having your in-game leader yoinked and your star player yoinked in Try.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're rallying around the new players, that they're bringing this in, they've had to change up calling systems, they've had to change up so much, and they're still finding so much success that they're looking like a pretty well put together team here at this event. It's impressive. It is downright impressive. Some aggression from Movistar Riders. Riders somewhere that isn't mid. Here we go. They get a pick early on. They take that map control in towards Palace. They're going to give it up. They're going to back off of it. But now they shift the forces and the resources to contend with mid.
And what's the reply from this one? Bomb is still back out towards spawn, and notice where Alex is. If he pushes too deep, he might be able to find that one, but knows it would be too risky a venture. So 9Z are able to recover, and they're trying to lean this one over towards the B site. But the setup's strong for the Riders.
Time could be rough here for the op. Getting into position. Sunpayas needs to be careful here. Can't overextend. Gonna get one and falls away. There we go. Nicely played.
The trade.
Can't
that
escape.
is impressive, to say the least, that Rox was able to find that. And with a minute still on the clock, 3v4, options are open. They know that that was a boost going on, so they should be prepared for a second player. If they did spot that one on out, they'll re-rotate. Lucan on the re-clear towards mid.
Still got that space held. No one's contesting it. Cause some issue here.
Still a player under Balk. That could be an issue. You have a crossfire with deaths.
And they're going to have to spend so much time clearing up Palace as well. They don't know if someone's deep. They lost a player here early. There's only 30 seconds to go.
It's whittling away. Running out of options. Utility belt's not the best either. One smoke, one molly, plenty of flashes. That's all you have to work with. Lucan, he's the linchpin in this one. The pinch out from mid. If he can find Alex before they drop down, this changes the round, but he's hesitant for now. Playing this one safe, and now Deaths is getting worried. Curious of the timing to lose him. No trade. Rox drops down, finds a double, and now this one is swung heavily to the favor. Sure, the time is low, but now it favors 9Z, and in this retake, no utility.
If Rox goes down there, the round's over purely on time. They don't have time to recover the bomb and plant it, but a bit of a mistake there. And now Mopaws, having spotted the Opper, he's going to walk in, get this kill for free. Ooh, nearly fluffs it, but Lucan misses the close-up shot, and there we go. A 2-on-2. They've got to go quick. They do have the kit. They don't have any utility to cover this off. They got to get the kills.
They have to do it now. Rox, where's the swing? Coming through now. It's a stick. It's a stick, and no one is denying. They'll just hold it and win the round. How does that slip away? Sure, the kills are coming in at the end, but it doesn't even matter. That is highway robbery.
That looked like comms, because the ramp player goes to check the bomb. The bomb's not planted for him to check. It's the Palace player who has to take the look-see in. Maybe they were trying to get the contact with the second player off of the ramp guy and then have the Palace come out, but they don't do it quick enough if that's the idea.
I mean, a gamble from Movistar just to hold on to that, but one that works out. That's kind of a tilter if you're 9Z.
A little bit. I mean, for most of that round, they looked like they're doing a better job of it, right? Other than the aggression of Palace,
the double drop down from Rox. Like, it's crazy that they even got the round that far. Oh, David, getting spammed. He'll survive it and maintain this space. This round, a little quicker off the rip. He survives even longer. This man is a cockroach in a nuclear storm. Just chilling out, living his best life.
Just surviving. Climbing up the ladder, getting a little altitude. Just get him out of the range. Because everyone knows shrapnel doesn't go up. He's a survivor, man. They've devoted so much utility just to trying to kill this guy, and they can't do it. Because the boot comes down, and he just slips away.
And they'll leave him there now. Try and re-rotate towards the ace site.
Is Mopas going to come to clear this? He's going to have to do it dry. He doesn't have the util for it.
Yeah. If he loses his fight, things get weird, because that could even buy a rotation, but look at Sun. He's pushed up. Could this be a faux pas?
Oh, they're going to smoke it to mean that he's not there, right? So this is the fake that sells through. If he can get into Palace quickly...
But now it's just Deaths. He's alone. He has no support on this one. He'll probably just have to concede, play the retake from that spawn position, but Sun's clearing super deep here.
Yeah, this is rough. This is rough because he's gone through. Now he's coming back around. Maybe the players have been spotted. What does Sunpayas want to do? He wants to get the mid play, but that's going to be too little too late. This bomb's going to be down. And there's still a lot of utility for 9Z, so that util's going in. This bomb's coming in. The numbers
Have they forgotten about David? He's still been in that position the whole time. He can hold rotates out from B, which will force the spawn-sided rotation, and now Max is here holding the murder hole. Options feel limited. Rox has to find this one. Does he have the adjustment? Looking the wrong direction. Sun takes it down. David does have fight in him in the mid-play. Allows Lucan to hold on close. Utility on in. Lucan, how much can he find? That's the first to spray away. No more. The molly, good though. Keeps DGT away, and David, backstab not in time, so DGT takes one. Just a tap on the bomb. Re-rotation back through spawn. Max, they're unaware of him. He'll find a first. Last man down below, and Max for the double.
Really nicely played for 9Z once again. Some moments for Movistar where things could have swung back in their play. Obviously, Sunpayas doesn't know exactly where they are, but he's a little late on that Palace play. A little late. He gets the pick, but it just doesn't matter as much in that juncture. And then the lurk through for Max. The swing back around to just pinch them into their doom is nicely done. 9Z not going to make that same blunder about forgetting where the bomb planted this time. They're going to make sure there's not enough time to get that defuse snuck through on them. And a reminder, Movistar's only round in a while has been on one of those sneaky defuses. So this is looking bleak for the Spanish squad.
Tactical timeout called again here. Chat about the money a little bit. It's looking rough.
That was our second timeout. Was the earlier one actually theirs, not 9Z's?
There's been 3.
There's been 3?
There was the one from 9Z, which was the one we were a little confused about. And then Movistar lost 2 more. I think they tacked then. And now, after, I think, 3 more losses, they've taken their second.
It's been 3 whole rounds.
Yeah.
Such a long time. My brain forgot it.
Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, remember, it was the pistol to conversion. They've only won a single round since the guns have come out, and it didn't even feel like a win, right? Like, strategically, they lost that round. It just came down to the heroics in the end with the stick.
This is looking rough for them. David has 100 ADR, 9 kills, 9 rounds. Not a bad pace to be on.
No, not at all.
Deagles in mid always make me a bit nervous. This is going to be the early spot. Mopaz checked initially. Don't know that he's going to be able to do much more in this round. Certainly doesn't want to take a fight. And 9Z playing this one in a little bit of a default, seeing if Movistar is going to do anything interesting.
Rocks. We'll just fall back. They're going to wrap this one back towards the A site. Probably just do a nice simple execute on in. Honestly, the safest option. The setup for Movistar heavy out towards mid. They felt that out just a tad. And now towards the A site they'll head. Utility in. Execute to come. Is anyone in a position to make a play here? Death. Smoke now for him to play around, deny any mollies that might come his direction. And a gap. Mopaz. It's just like Deagle, but if he finds one here, that's massive. Max is on the other side. That's the bomb, but it doesn't work out. Rox has the spray. Opportunity missed in that one still. Alex, maybe an opportunity to thrive. Max wants to get that bomb down, but still the pressure is maintained. And Alex finds a shot. Trades are there. Death's in the back line, though. Now I get worried about him because all the smokes have faded. He has a chance to swing forward on this one. Maybe deny the plant. No, not to be. Deagles looked like they might have been able to find something, but 9Z do well to hold on. And now we can just see if Sun is maybe able to find one on his way out.
They flirted with the clock there a little bit. There were 15 seconds when the bomb actually did go down. So
scary stuff.
Could have gotten a bit shaky. Not going to happen here in some pass. It'll be mopped up. No problem there. 9Z. 7th round on the board. This T side ferocious. Not much the Movistar have been able to do, right? They've tried a little bit of aggression. They've tried going in towards Palace. They've tried going in towards mid to not very much success. We haven't really seen the apartments aggression just yet.
No.
But Movistar are trying a lot of the toys in their toolkit, and it's not working out.
I mean, I think the closest we got to that was the round where Sun boosts up, tries to take an early shot, and that worked. But still, it's just, I've been impressed with the mid-rounding for 9Z. As 9GL, Max has been making some solid calls, and we'll talk about him. He's getting out towards mid. Smoke for him to play off of. Movistar was again fiddling with the idea of a mid-play, but Alex will just hold on above the smoke.
Watching for it first. There's the tag. Alex has it. Well done there. Players moving on out, but they don't have that mid component anymore. Players dropping. This is starting to look bad. That's the bomb down. There's a player in sandwich, but David, he needs to press forward to take the space. He's getting the kills. Again, standing up for his team, making the noise, making the big plays right when they need them. But he's burned out now. He's in no man's land. Mopaz will come in to eliminate EGT. We saw him pop off yesterday. We need it now. The star power moment and tagged up. He's not going to fancy his chances. He'll bail on out of there. Now, does he just want to keep the AWP alive? It's a minute plus that he'll have to survive, but it might be his best option at this juncture, even with 10K left in the bank.
Yeah. Mopaz will be on a bit of a hunt, but it's the opposite range. DGT should be able to maintain this one, should he play his cards correctly.
He wants more.
Yeah, 40 seconds. I mean, he has time to play with.
And admittedly, if he gets an extra kill here, it actually helps him very much.
I mean, look at the money for Movistar.
Anything
650, 300, 150. If they lose this op, I don't think they'll be able to reinvest it.
This could get awkward. Yes, is he wary? He is. The utility's there. Flashbang. Might make DGT think that they know where he's at. And now he's making the audio cue, so Sunbayas is locked in. Mopaz is there just in time, and the cleanup crew will come through. No more threat. 3 players surviving. Movistar Riders get a solid CT round.
He wanted the fight in mid. He was suspicious that the op was there, was hoping he could maybe knock that one on down. But in his death, all is well. Reinvestment will be there. We're getting towards the later throes of this half. And the money is still in a fantastic spot for this 9Z squad. Wouldn't hate to see maybe a bit of an increase in the pace this round. Their faster A hits have been solid, but at the same time, for Movistar, they'll run a similar setup. Sunpayas has moved the op out towards mid now. Realizing that's an issue, and they are set up for just an A execute here.
Pretty straightforward. Funnel on out of the palace, fountain on in, try and catch off this player. Alex trying to do the damage, but it's Death instead who takes 2. Good spray on it, and he's got the 3rd as well. Death standing up strong right when they needed it. Shuts this fast play down.
Oh, sandwich drop though. Lucan good for it with the op, but now he's in trouble. Alex is close, shot misses, still alive for the spray. A1S good through the smokes, and the hit denied. I agreed with them. I wanted something a little bit faster, and it goes back to bite them. Movistar proving that they've bolstered that A defense, that they're able to hold on, quick rotate with the op out through mid. They had information in that regard early, so right into this, and hey, it's pretty easy to win a round when your side anchor gets 3.
Nothing like getting a triple from triple.
No. That'll bait out the second time out for 9Z now.
All right. Early pausers. As an average pause enjoyer, you enjoying yourself?
I'm an above average pause enjoyer. Don't get me wrong here.
Above average pause enjoyer. The 1% of pause enjoyers. To track the stat, folks.
The
Check
super
HLTV.
elite of pause enjoyers.
Death. 3 kills. I'm actually not sure who contributed damage on that one. Looked like he had it all.
Yeah.
The stairs player got a chip. Old chunk. Chunky poo. David's managed to maintain his form. 11 kills now. Ooh, 11 kills through 12 rounds. He's fallen off. Still above 100 ADR though. Good pace.
111 ADR, not too shabby. You'll never be complaining about that one.
Nothing to shake a stick at.
Absolutely not. Double op is out now. Deaths has picked up one of his own. Where are these headed? One is going to be out towards the A site. Death's playing the same position on triple, and the other will still be over towards that B side of the map. More of a default this time for 9Z, but it is a heavier lean towards A. That's where the bomb will sit early on. Never mind. DGT, he'll run it back.
Oh, Mopa's about to get a freebie, and that takes the courtyard control away from them. Shuts down this side of the map. You're going to see Lucan try and come back in to take the space, but this is 9Z losing a lot of map
And look at
control
the
early.
reply out of Movistar, right? They see that. They know that normally 9Z's protocol for that is fast out towards A. So the adjustment's there. 3 players ready, a re-smoke. Nothing fast is happening. It has to be a full reset for the T's. They have recleared the space at least towards courtyard, but you can see Max is still worried about apartments.
This is what'll take so much time off the clock as well. And the thing is, for 9Z, we've already seen these rounds where they really let that clock get low.
Yeah.
Now they're going to have to re-clear so much if they want to go for this A exec with Mopaz here in towards the ramp. He's got support
And remember
as well.
the second op, I don't know if they've even seen it yet for
Don't think
Dex.
so. Don't think so at all.
This could be a nasty surprise. Alex is in position too. This is set up to be a disaster. If they kill Mopaz though, that's massive. If they clear him, no, the timing. Mopaz falls away. Instead, elects to play close now. He can leverage the power of that AWP, and Deaths can support. First one's free. Mopaz has a flash. The trade's there. Where's the op? Yet to strike. Yet to show. The shot misses. Deaths now in trouble and taken down. It's DGT to do it. Now a chance on this one. Alex plays the gap. Second op in position. It's Sun. He doesn't miss those. And Alex is here too. Bombs on the floor. It's the time again, Mike, that is whittled so far. Down 5 seconds. It's not getting planted.
Can't win
It's
it.
over.
Can't win it. He just wants further damage, and they don't have the bank to make that work anymore. He's just going to tuck in towards Firebox and pray here, and the clock will save him. Slipping through that one with rifle intact. This is a nice round for Movistar. They go for the aggression. They isolate a section of the map. This is really one of the first moments where we've seen them get that early map advantage over 9Z. So many of the rounds 9Z's been dictating the pace, dictating the control as well. Movistar is starting to take back some of that agency, starting to give themselves a bit of an easier time here when we get towards the mid and the late rounds.
Now it's just a hero weapon. Saved over from the last for David. And not too much utility to back it up. 3 pieces for a whole squad. David will just walk out dry. Defs. Only angle spots him. Is there going to be a swing for support? No. Fiddles with the utility, dies for it. Guns down. Is it recoverable? Yeah. BGT's got it back, but you really gain nothing for that if you're 9Z.
What are you going to do with it? Look in, had a
What
chance.
a shot.
Immediate, snappy response.
Son? Oh. Thought he was in trouble, but the D's just not hitting.
Do you think his teammates ask him when he's in the clutch, "Are you winning, son?"
Moving past that one.
This is another good round for Movistar. Obviously not much of a threat in this one. This next going to determine who walks away with the lead in the half. Like what we've seen. It took Movistar a long time to find their footing. A long time, but they've settled in. And considering this isn't a great map for them, they could have gotten a bit more rattled. The question's going to be, what do we get coming into the halftime, out of the halftime break, rather? I don't think this last round's going to make a major swing in things. I will say, concerningly for the Movistar, when you look at their somewhat limited stats on this map over the last 6 months, pretty heavily lean towards those defensive rounds. So for 9Z, this is already a promising half to work with.
It's looking good. But it could still look better, and Lukin has set it in the right direction. The swing out, though, from DGT is punishing. Alex was here the whole time. No one checks him. It gets very awkward with the flashes, and Rock's the one to come out on top. He finds a double for it. And look at the extension. Outdoor CT spawn, even that's cut off through the murder hole, and Mopaz in a very tough position. Bomb yet to come down, but it's plenty of time. Minute 20 on the clock. 9Z will hold.
They're really being careful,
They're
clearing out these
testing him.
positions. They move the bomb in towards connected. Now that, okay, gets back out. What is this? He's crossing in front of the smoke. Okay, just let him get a free shot on towards the bomb. Back turn towards. Timing obviously not working in their favor, but a bit of a big blunder there from 9Z.
And they don't even have the bomb again.
Chance.
It's still down, and Mopaz has utility to maintain. He'll just rush on through. He might even have the angle on this. Lukin on the other side, they're trying to wrap back towards B. And they might have just done so. Lukin escapes, so now it has to come down to the retake. So close on the denial, but Mopaz is still healthy. Kit in hand, and there are bodies. Surely more utility that he could maybe recover here? No. Just has to be the rotation on in. How does 9Z set up? It's a plant towards the apartments. They'll post in that direction. It's a crossfire. You swing one from the van, the other up top, but a shot given. An opportunity, it won't be succeeded upon, but damage was done. And now Mopaz has to find the second player. Lukin still completely unknown, and with the plant in a rather open position, this man could be anywhere. Where's the suspicion not to come? A fantastic attempt, but still, it's enough for 9Z to find themselves a lead at the half.
Danger, I'm addicted to the wild and nature. If you give me your heart, I'll break it. I've been known to lie, I've been known to lie. I was sitting all alone on the sidewalk when you caught me by surprise. I'm a lone wolf, I die by my own rules. I know when to follow my prey, and it's right in front of me. It's right in front of me. It's right in front of me. always thought I could walk through fire, blow up the storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could run on water, and they said nobody can. They'll see me flying through the sky, yeah. Play hide and seek behind the clouds. I show my friends that I'm not scared of dreaming, and I'll do that again.
Back into the action here for ESL Challenger 48, where the South Americans 9Z find themselves ahead at the half.
That they do. Really loved what we see from 9Z, right? Movistar make a little bit of a late comeback. They put some runs together, but the reality is 9Z are controlling the pace here on the T side. They were doing so many things in the attacking half, and I don't expect that to slow down too much now that we've got the swap through. Movistar hasn't been the most brilliant attacking team on this map, but we'll see if they can change the fortunes here. Alex starting the party early.
Very early.
That'll work out nicely for the Movistar Riders to have an advantage.
But look at Rox.
He's alone on this side of the map.
Yeah, but he has information. If he can get one, get away. Things feel okay, but...
It's a big if.
Yeah, it is. And Movistar, they're just holding for now. They're comfortable with the advantage they've found. They don't want to overpush this. Now they're starting to get set up. Re-clear through mid. Probably look to split this one in towards B late. Again, Rox has to be the linchpin. Death's is stuck. He can hold the rotate, but Max cannot. Down he goes, hands of Alex. Does that Death now bait Rox forward? It might. Oh, he's considering it. He walks up, but it's actually Lucan. The man in trouble? No. Right into. Held for. Death's on the shutdown. And Lucan did perform. Finds his shot. DGT as well is in a spot to do the same, but
now they know where
misses
both
the
are.
opportunity. Yeah, information is there. They can take this B site for free, and they've done exactly that. Mopaz finds the plant. And Lucan tasked with the retake. 1v4.
Nigh an impossible situation here for Lucan. He even knows he's being flanked, so he goes to clear that. Can't win that fight. Tough situation to be put into for one of the new additions to the team, but that'll tie up the scoreline here. Movistar, nicely done in the pistols. That forward positioning did not pay off for 9Z. Got punished.
And that's how it got rolling there. Good work out of Alex. The P250 looking crisp.
P250, best gun in the game. Value for money, best gun in the game.
$300 and you can get that much. Pretty good gun. AK's a little better though. And Alex will try and prove that. Tap away at range, mid control. Already secured for the Movistar Riders. 9Z, do they have a flash for this? No. So if they want to pop out, it just has to be zombie horde mode. Swing together, try and get something done. There'll be no utility to support. I think they'll just wait for someone to get closer, try and activate the trap then, but 9Z is keeping this one. Or excuse me, the Riders. They're the ones keeping this one at arm's length.
Taking their time here in Movistar. I mean, it's still got a minute 15, right? But they're giving up all this space. They're giving up the mid presence, and 9Z is going to feel that out. They're moving as a death ball. Little bowling ball trying to slide down mid. Unfortunately for them, there are no pins here to strike.
Got nice bumpers, though. Pretty clean on the straightaway there.
Yep.
Got a wall on either side.
Little curve.
Yeah. Good bowling action
Bowling.
to be had, but the pins, they've got guns. I don't think that normally happens in bowling.
You never played extreme bowling where the pins shoot back, just bowling balls come flying back? You know how there's the return machine that gives you the bowling balls back?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just set that to high speed, and then you have to dodge the bowling balls.
Oh no, Mopaz is about to get bowling balled. And he does. That's a
Oh.
gun given away for free.
He
But
sort
look
of
at
flew into them.
Yeah,
They were the pins.
they were the pins.
They're just rock solid.
Well, I think we already established that they were the pins.
I thought Movistar were the pins. We flipped here.
Ugh.
Our metaphor is muddled. What's not muddled is that Movistar will win this round. The question is, can 9Z take more guns away from them?
DGT might like to do so. Prox definitely won't. Sunpay is doing well to shut that one on down. I think DGT will feel confident to just maybe get to keep the gun on through. He will. His teammates, though, will hold from mid. Try and get some exits. Alex spots one. They're not going to give anything else in this round.
Hey, base pistols and you get a Galil out of it. It's not the
bad.
worst thing in the world. It's like the value brand AK. Balling on a budget, get a Galil.
Surprisingly good for the price point.
I mean, it has many bullets. Many bullets. Would you rather have better bullets? Sure. But you'll take many in a pinch.
Better ingredients. and just the better bullets.
AK-47.
Yeah.
Better ingredients, better bullets, AK-47.
AK-47.
Starting a business here, folks.
Mr. Kalashnikov,
Guerrilla
we have a
advertising.
proposal for you. Well,
Can you imagine if they ran ads on TV for... I mean, this would just be a bizarro world.
I
but
think the
anyway.
AK-47 is already universal enough that maybe that one's not quite needed.
Well, they still
but-
advertise Oreos, right? It's like,
Okay, that's fair. I think it's a little different case, but in way of things that are needed, around here for 9Z to get started would be fantastic, and that's not the way they looked to get it going. Great spray away. Trade is there. Elsewhere, David to take one down, who was trying to get funky in main, and getting jiggy with it is Lucan. Swing out, takes care of Alex, so now man advantage found for the CTs. David, smoke to play around, but the flash in. It's a split execute straight in towards A. 9Z will play the retake. Unless David can contest, he's made himself a gap that works against him. Now they've given this back into a 3v3, and now Movistar have an even better chance. Look at the position of Davey. Pushed up, and he hears it in mid. He can calm that to his teammates, and if the jump is reattempted, surely the frag will come through. Know the timing. DGT spots him. Davey, he's not prepared. Never saw the man ambling up the window, but Mopaz on the fight, damage done. Is it confirmed? Not really. The Galil showing its weaknesses as he's chunked down to 35 HP, but still standing. Deaths for support. The swing from Mopaz. No HP, no issue. The Riders will breach double digits first.
how does he survive there?
It's ridiculous.
Out on the site, he takes the fight with Ticket. He swings into the fight with Jungle. Can't finish anything off there, but he's just doing damage. And yeah, he even goes for the reload, just out in the open. Manages to get it off and finds the last two. Brilliant bit of survivorship from Mopaz there. Not sure how 9Z weren't able to punish him, but he stays alive and he does the work. He puts the work in strong. So now a 2-round lead here for Movistar, and the economy built into it. 9Z very much on the back foot. We're starting to get towards one of those situations where you might want to get your favorite thing, which is a little tactical pause here for 9Z to say, hey, this is getting out of control a bit. Maybe we need to figure out a change up.
Maybe, just maybe.
Let's change up here. 3 players stacked towards B. Obviously, you just got the pistols, and well, you've lost your Palace player early on.
And David has already shown his position. He'll move on around. Molly's well timed. Max wanted to establish that crossfire with the connector. Or instead with the window player is where David is repositioned, but doesn't happen in this one. Now the fade.
They're looking for a free site.
Yeah. How much information does 9Z have? They know at least one is in mid. They can suspect maybe something's going on towards A, but they're holding to their initial play. They're committing to the stack, and it's incorrect. Flashes forward. This one will be the split towards A.
There's nothing to dissuade them, right? I mean, you don't have utility in the first place. Rox has a single smoke, which maybe could have been deployed, but it's not here. So, seeing no presence, having gotten that one guy in towards window, they'll realize, hey, real estate's vacant. Let's move on in. Take our territory, plant our flag, walk away with this round.
Well, that territory, it has been taken. Annexed into the hands of the Movistar Riders, as they will find their 11th in this one. 9Z, though, they'll work as a unit, as a squad, to try and find a bit more damage through this one. They'll crossfire their way up for the Murderful. Where will the exits come from Movistar? They still have mid control. That's probably where they back away. I doubt 9Z is given anything else.
I mean, there's really nothing to gain here.
No.
So, why chase? Why put a rifle at risk? Just roll on through. Take your clean round. Take it straight to the bank. Take your 3-round lead and keep the momentum rolling here. We are going to get the investment down from 9Z. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the AWP. Oh, double ops up. Okay. Rox and Luckin picking up the big green. So where do we move those rifles? Where do we try and maximize their impact early on? David has slowed way the heck down the second half. Always hard to do, you know, to have the same impact in the second, because obviously your ability to find fights is somewhat dictated by their pace. A little tougher. A little tough. Early util in here. But it seems like we're going to get a straightforward A play. Here comes the util.
Fast.
They're fast in. David needs it. He's got one. Almost the second, but it won't happen. Max comes in to clean it up. Advantage still for 9Z.
Bomb, is it come down? Not yet. Luckin on the shot. Now he'll continue to hold. Is there any utility? A molly, but he doesn't push Luckin off the line. He'll continue to holding his position back towards Stick It up top. Maybe an opportunity, but instead it's given over towards the connector. This opens up opportunities, maybe a rotation for the Riders, but they still have to contend with DGT. He's in the power position for this round, and thus far they're unaware. Sure, the possibility, that's noted, but the reality, nothing given.
It's going to be tough to cross jungle here.
They might go through mid.
Oh, they're going to do it.
It's an opening. You can wrap back through spawn for deaths, take a practically free B site, and it's a double off. If it comes down to the retake, you have to give credit towards the Riders, even if they are worse for wear on the weapons. But look, they're wrapping over towards the apartments, and one of those ops is holding it.
Death's going to stick around to try and sell a fake?
That's a risk.
He is. He's going to try and pull this. See if he can't get a pick. He's just made noise. Audio cue. Signaling the sandwich drop. I don't even know if anyone was close enough to hear it. But he's certainly keeping the rotations
DGT
here.
may have.
It's just going to be left to Rox. As Rox hits this shot as the player comes around the apartments, he should. Certainly.
Certainly. He does.
Round's over.
Round's over. 20 seconds, no time. Deaths won't even survive. I don't know if I agree with that in the end. Feels like such a risk to split.
I think you have to commit more to selling it. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I think it's a huge risk, but they didn't have time and they recognize that, so they decided to just
I
try
mean, if
and
you
gamble
commit
getting
to
the
it,
plant.
you need a full commit.
Yeah.
You need a full commit.
Can't just drop a pistol.
I mean, he had no utility, so it's not like he had an easy way to fake it besides just running out and dying or taking
Gotta
a
go
fight.
die.
But I don't think at that point they knew about the second op either.
No, Rox had been chilling the entire round. They had not seen it, for sure.
But now they know.
Now they know. We'll see if it shifts thing up. Heavy mid presence. 9Z going aggressive on it, too. They want the space. DGT committed into the fight. He'll spot a player, but did he get seen? No. The comms right there.
Oh, no.
The spot wasn't there. DGT gets one. The trade is still good for 9Z. They come out, advantage in the wash. Aggressive play in towards B, but they're ready for it. It's going to be Death who drops down. He should have been heard.
Wait a minute. He can
It's two
keep
ops on
through
the
it.
other
That's
side.
two ops. They're in close. He'll spray no scope. Luckin keeps it going. And Alex was so far removed from this play. Bomb is on the floor. Connector is holding for him. Max in a position to shut down too. This one's supremely difficult. Can he even get past the first? Doesn't seem like it. 22 HP. That should call for the split to come through. And it doesn't even require it. David on the shutdown. So, a gap of only one. 9Z starting to work this back in for their CT side.
2 in a row. 2 in a row. And nice
This
help
no
as well.
scope. I mean, this saved the round.
It could have been so bad. I don't think it quite is a lost round at that point if Death takes it, but his play
But
through
still,
with
it
two
definitely
ops.
swings the percentages forward
Absolutely.
for the Riders.
Most decidedly.
And now
Tech's
that's
out.
the reset point. Money's in a tough spot. I mean, not a full reset, sure, but you're stuck down onto the save regardless. They haven't prodded much towards B. They're set up for a heavier hit in this direction. Rox didn't spot one there. Now he does. Drop down in. Rox performs for the first. That's actually Death's flash to help. Unfortunate turn. Rox doing well for himself. No sight given. No damage taken. It's clean as could be. 9Z tie us.
I mean, that's a gimme round theoretically, right? But you do have that nice coordination between DGT and Rox, two of the players who've been on this team.
There it is.
They're able to just make the moves, slide on through, feel each other's position without necessarily needing to get too stressed. And the pause does come in. Movistar going to be able to get a buy here, obviously, but momentum gone. It's vaporized. You had that momentum early on, and now you're looking to scrabble it back. Just had your rounds off the pistol. It's a lot more work to put in.
Comes to a conclusion.
I think Movistar won't be... Obviously, they won't be thrilled if they lose this map, but I don't think they'll be miserable considering the way it's gone and considering how rough
I mean,
Mirage
for
has been
how
them.
bad they've been consistently on this
Yeah.
map, this is not... Like, I think they're playing a good game of Mirage here.
It's just they have such a vulnerability, such an Achilles heel in their vetoes.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a perma and also have a map where you really struggle like Mirage, something needs to be done about that one.
Definitely some improvements needed to this pool, but remember, it's still
They
pretty
haven't-
new with these additions, right?
I mean, the thing is also they haven't looked bad.
No.
9Z have just, to this point, a little better. We'll see if 9Z can keep that up. David with a reposition. Timing could be rough here. Palace smoke fades. He knows he's going to be pressured, but he's able to get away and take this ramp control, and he's going to go searching forward. I think he was spotted, so this is bold because now Mopaz and Sun Payoffs are going to come back in to try and take this space.
Mopaz makes noise on the
The
drop.
reload.
That big
What is this?
swing! 1 for 1. That's better for the that's better for the T's, but still it's information, right? DGT will talk off of that, knows that something could be going on, but I don't think anyone is aware of David G. This A split could be very potent now. But Op is rotated on in.
This makes it so much better.
Yeah.
Now there's a little bit of help for that Firebox player. He doesn't have to reveal himself after the first
Smoke for the Palace, too. Buys more time.
Do they molly it? Where's the Molotov? They've only got the one. It's on Death's hands. I don't think so. I don't think that's where it gets committed. Now they're going to be slowed down 35 seconds. They're running out of clock here, Mimi.
Sure, but the utility, it is drained a little bit. But still, those mollies, are they in a position to help? Not really. If this hit comes quickly, DGT's in trouble. Max is holding. He's worried about a flank, but that's not the primary issue. It's his man on the site. Ninja position, tucked in is DGT behind the firebox. It's a flash forward. Opera doesn't find anything. DGT revealed, but still. Remember, there's 2 in spawn, and they can deny the palace drop. Where's the bomb? Planted. Sunpei is doing it. Shot misses. That is unfortunate because Deaths has found one. Do you even go for this now? You might not even have the chance to save. Sun hunting back to a 2v2. This might bait them to continue this. Rocks.
He's seen him.
He's got a freebie, and he converts it. Now Deaths alone knows where both players are and takes the duel swimmingly. Ready on the swing. Lukin unprepared, and it's Death to clutch things up.
Such a good setup for 9Z. And DGT just gets nothing out from the firebox position. That could have been huge. Yeah, because they hadn't revealed it, right? But Movistar are wise to the game. They're wise to the trick. They're able to clear it without util devoted to the fight. Without taking a single casualty. That makes a difference. If he goes 1 and done there, it's a very different round.
Yeah.
So, going to be a bit disappointing here for 9Z because they did have the read. They did have the setup. They just didn't have the execution. Movistar, a breath of fresh air for them, but certainly not out of the woods.
A gap.
Oh, freebie.
It's free.
Free as can be.
DGT even wants more in this one. Oh, no. He didn't spot it. Alex whips around, finds it. Trade back to a 4v4.
Bit of an overextension there.
Mopaz is out, though. Already dropping down. They don't know about the player under Balk. But do they know about the second? Deaths is here. He has the bomb. I don't think he's shown it, though, yet.
No, they haven't seen him.
But look towards B. There's a re-clear going on back into mid. Lots of information right now for 9Z.
Now, here's the thing. Not having seen the bomb and seeing one player come out Palace, maybe you do read this as a B hit. It's not unusual to leave one lurk in there to catch the rotations, to try and catch the players going off of a site. I don't know what they're going to do right at the moment.
This timer again is worrying me. It's a minute on the clock. Utility is already getting drained down.
Yeah.
For Movistar. They'll drop it across for Sun. It is just going to be this A execute, but they've spent enough time that 9Z has rotated back 2-2.
And the smoke up is going to slow this even further. They've got one shot
It'll
at
be
this.
what, like 25 seconds when they actually get a chance to execute. Maybe a little earlier, depending on when they decide to commit their utility. Sun will clear close. He has that space. I feel like a lot of this round relies on Alex. If Luckin drops forward early, then we can find impact from that mid player for the side of Movistar Riders. If not, things get bad. They're going to try and work this execute forward. Smoke goes in deep, blocks the jungle. David, though, he can change this. 15 seconds. Where's the bomb? Has to come out right now, and Max has the swing. 10 seconds. No plant. No chance. Again, the timer, the biggest enemy of the Riders. Oh, no.
Put themselves in that situation. They're at a disadvantage. They don't have the clock working with them. They don't have the util. And the other thing is they don't set themselves up in a position where they could throw the util, right? They're already so far forward. They've got to be scoped in. They've got to be ready for the fights. So even what nades they do have can't really help them that much. And we're tied up once more. Movistar Riders got a bit lucky on that previous round, but this time their luck runs out. It's going to be down to the pistols. 2 flashes to try and get in towards the site. And they're at least going to group up for this. All right, they're going to work as a unit. They're going to try and find a fight. Hope that someone got aggressive in towards underpass. That's not happening. Sunpayas risking the flames to catch somebody off guard. The element of surprise, not enough of an element for him. And we'll see if they can overwhelm and gauntlet work here towards B. It is going to happen, Rocks. A little bit fluffy on that spray. Is not going to be able to do the damage, and that's going to be a bomb plant.
And a gun recovered. Deaths is the man with it. This is getting way scarier than it ever should have been. Still, this flank should be able to shut down. Only a Glock is holding for this position. Deaths has the swing out, and he falls. Round's practically over. No HP. Op shuts down the cross. 3 alive. Bomb plant. 2 killed. Not terrible for the Movistar Riders.
Money made.
Yeah.
Now you get a real go on this next one. But you're also running out of chances. So here you go. We're going the distance. We're going up in the rounds. This is a long map, whichever way you shake it at this point as we hit round 26. But if 9Z can clear this next hurdle, the path to the finish line is in sight. The hurdle, though, is a Movistar. It's dazzling.
Is it Movistar? I don't know if that's an object. I don't know if that's a noun.
Class of noun.
Something along those lines. All right, Max.
Like that.
That is maybe a little too bold. Eats a lot of damage through the molly. Smoke didn't block off enough of it. And Rox has more aggressive space towards the apartment. Smoke goes deep for him. This gets a little awkward. That utility combo, potent. Davy is still alive, though. And Alex is here for support, but he's too late. Nade finishes his teammate off. And David, that was another aggro peak. And it works. We keep seeing this fight, and 9Z is consistently winning it. Now it's going to take a heroic reply. Alex has done it, though. Sneaks through the smoke, takes down Lockham. So the op's on the floor. Still, it's a man disadvantage, and DGT's in mid. He's made noise. He's been spotted. That takes him. Oh, no. Maybe a little too greedy on the re-clear. 9Z, they were hungry for information, and now it's gone against them. Even odds. The A setup is strong, though, but that's not where the Riders are headed. It's back towards B, and only Rox is here to clear. But he has a 1v1. It's the bomb. But he's going the wrong direction. No.
Oh, he's got it.
Commits to it.
Spots.
Mopaz, he needs to win this or round's over. 40 seconds, and he does. Clears it. Ready on the angle. So now, a 3 versus 2. It's going to be a mad dash towards B.
With 30 seconds still, I'm not terribly confident here for Movistar
Max
Riders.
is here first.
Clock alone's going to be tough. He's out.
That's free.
Cat player down. Now they have to worry about clearing him around the pillars. There's no easy plant.
Supports
There's no
him.
option. Bit overzealous from David, but they're just trying to play this clock. They're trying to play this time. There's the double swing. Playing ring around the rosy. He knows they're both there. 13 seconds. That's what he needs to buy. Max ready for it. They're trying to chase. He's got one. Not the second, though. Just in the nick of time, Alex comes through.
Terrifying round, though, for Movistar Riders. Again, every single time. This timer is getting damn near 0 by the time the execution comes on through.
They just they can't get going with that
No.
that element of danger. It excites them.
Mopaz being ready for that fight over towards the apartments in deep. He loses that, round's over. Again, these risks being taken. Mid-round pushes for information for 9Z. They've been good previously. It's part of the reason that the timer gets ticked so low, but in that one, maybe a little too greedy in some of these situations. Not necessarily the one against Mopaz, but earlier in that round, we had a push up towards mid that failed, but we have to refocus in where we are right here, right now, because this could be the reset point for 9Z's economy. And the Riders, they're already out. Flash, so it's perfection. And David, down below, he won't be traded. Stays alive, even pushes for more information.
Where are they taking us now? They've got this mid control, but 9Z are very aware of it, right? Player in connector, player in the window, just waiting. Give us that extra little bit of extension. Go looking for that next kill and let us punish you. And Max is going to have it. This is Davy G trying to get a little bit more control, trying to get a little bit more space, and now they've got the player out ramp. They've got so much knowledge working in their favor as the clock hits 50 seconds. Movistar, once again, are in a really tough bind. That bomb still has to be retrieved. They will grab it, but where do they go with it? Smoke up in the apartments. That's going to slow them down if they head B. They've still got this presence in mid, but they've got nowhere to go off of it. And look at the position for David. He's all the way through into spawn. He's thinking Palace, though.
This gets a little weird on the timing. David gets away. Not spotted. Sunpay is unaware.
Are they going to save this?
20 seconds. No, I think they go for it.
Okay, now the bomb group's up. I mean, as I was seeing
But look
Sunpayas
at
edge in
Ross.
towards spawn.
I mean, surely he at least gets one here. 10 seconds on the clock. They're not going for it at this
no,
point.
they are saving. All right.
Interesting. Rox can even hunt. He only has the MP9. It's not a huge commitment. But he'll fall away.
Didn't like the look. Didn't like what they had. We saw some conservative saves in the first half. They do it here, too. They do it here, too. The problem is, now you're going to be in a really weird situation. Do you invest into this and run the risk of not having a proper round to fight for overtime? They're going to take a timeout to figure it out. What do they actually want to do here? Either way, the money is going to be very, very odd for what could be the final couple rounds of this game. 9Z poised to take a 1-0 lead in this series, in this best of 3 series. The South American surprises of 9Z. The Shockers.
The Shockers. They're showing up. What's the decision to be made? An investment? Deagles. They'll force into it. So a lot being put into this round. A loss here could bid the end of the Movistar Riders in map number 1. How do they take this? They've consistently been able to take that mid control, but it always takes so much time. In 9Z, they have been potent on these reclears in the mid round. But mid again will be the destination, at least early on. Take some of that space. Hold this default. Won't over push it though. Not a smoke for window.
Nice shot. And a second as well. It's looking good for 9Z early on here. We've already taken the 2-man advantage. They've locked down this mid control, at least for the moment. They're checking some utility in just to damage up any stragglers here. And, well, Movistar, they were already on the back foot. Now their back foot has been chopped off. They're kind of hobbling around. It's not pretty.
My question is now is what happens if 9Z doesn't give him a kill? Because that's the only way they get back into this round. Do you try and do another conservative save? I mean, there's so much time to whittle away.
Maybe.
Minute on the clock. You got to try and go for at least something. They have mid control now, but again, so costly just to get that first step off your checklist.
Well, they got another rifle up, so at least there's no deagles left.
Sure.
But yeah, where do they go with this? They've got nothing. They haven't been given an inch. They're going to try and sneak a player in towards the window and come out the connector. But with a player in ladder and one in jungle, the pinch here could be deadly, and Max takes the first. Had to get that initial pick. Here's the trade. It all falls to Davi G. 4 players to find. A lone man on site. At least he has the bomb. That's about all you can say he's got going for him.
He can isolate the man back towards the ticket booth. He's aware of the position. Where's the fight? Waits on the jump. He tries to find the timing, but David's ready for it. Davi Diff. It's match point found for 9Z.
Davi Diff.
That's actually what the D stands for.
That's what the D stands for.
Yeah,
I think his name's just
that.
David, but, you know, we'll take it.
I don't think so.
What do you think the G stands for? Davi Give? The skill?
I don't know, something about that. Fi's looking rough, though. The Riders on their last legs. Only a single rifle to work with, standing against map point. It's the mid-aggression again. Shot found, op connecting Tech 9s. They just can't win in these duels, and sure, one frag was connected, but now the bomb, it has to make a mad dash. Desperation, doesn't work, he'll fall too. One man alone, it's Alex. He has no HP. His chance is surely non-existent. He's already been spotted. He's getting sprayed away. Luckin will be the one to close, and 9Z, the South Americans, taking map number 1.
Honestly, not a bad showing for the Movistar Riders, though.
No.
I think it's really disappointing that for those last couple of rounds, they got themselves into that weird economic situation where you're like, what can we actually buy? What's going through here? We're saving. Yeah. I'd like to see more of a fight in those final few.